Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly, and I've got a good one for you today because we're going to update new information on the EIDL grant. We're going to cover a Beyoncé rent grant that she's just come up with, and we're going to give you an update on the California $500 million grant and also some news with the Dave Portnoy Barstool Sports grant. Before we get into all that, please like this video, please subscribe, please hit the bell notification, get notified of everything that we're working on, and let's get into it. First things first with the EIDL grant. It has not been signed yet. Do not go to the portal and try to apply. The only thing that you can do between now and the end of 2020 is you can apply for a loan, which there is no grant as of today. You can get a reconsideration on an existing loan that you have with them if you were denied or if you want additional funding, okay? That's available right now. Once Congress and the president signs this into law, then you can apply for the grant and the SBA will update the portal. It could be as fast as a week at that point, they've told me. Let's clarify a few things with the EIDL grant. First things first, when the grant came out in late March of 2020, and you filled out the loan application for the EIDL loan, you were given the opportunity to get an advance. And initially, you didn't have to request the advance. It was just automatic with the application. You could get a $10,000 grant. We all know that the SBA took it upon themselves based on the number of applications and changed it to $1,000 per employee. Totally unfair, totally wrong, whatever, okay? But here's the thing. There was 10.1 million applications for the grant and for the EIDL program. 5.8 million of those people got a grant, which averaged $3,500 a piece, which was $20 billion in grants. Now, here's the thinking. If they give us this $20 billion, everybody thinks they're just going to willy-nilly give out everybody who got a grant, you automatically get the remaining balance of your EIDL grant. That's not going to happen, okay? Because let's do the math, okay? $3,500 from $10,000 leaves $6,500. That means 5.8 million people, okay, are going to get $6,500 on an average. Some of us are going to get more, some would get less. That's $37 billion, almost $38 billion to be exact. So there's not enough money in the program for that to work. That's why they came up with this low income area, okay, which we'll get into. Now, a low income poverty area is based on an IRS code, 45D. And here's what it says. It says the term low-income community means any population census tract if the poverty rate for such tract is at least 20%, or the case of a tract not located within a metropolitan area, does not exceed income of 80% of the statewide median family income. Now, if you're in this area, then you would get the full $10,000 grant regardless of the size of your company, how many employees you had, whatever. Okay. The other thing to think about is this, is that people are going to get the grant. They're going to issue the program. They're going to have to do it within 21 days. They're going to notify everybody that applied that got the grant. Okay. Now that's 5.8 million people. That means that there are 4.3 million people that for some reason you guys didn't get the grant. Either you were denied, either your information was faulty. Those three reasons on that. But those people still deserve to get the grant. They still deserve to get it to be heard during this time. So they're going to be able to apply during this time and be heard and get the chance to get that grant. So we're going to have to wait to see the final language on this thing. I hope that they do it very simply. I hope that everybody that got a previous grant, that got $1,000, is going to show up one day and get $9,000 put in their bank. That would be fantastic. The way that this is all worded, that's not going to happen, okay? So we'll have to see. I would love to be wrong, but when you do the number and they have $20 billion for this, they can't give out $50 billion, okay? And also, if you've seen how poorly they've handled all this stuff, where you get $600 for your family, and they're going to give money to every other country on the planet but your business, it's horrible. Now, the state of California has a grant program that is $500 million. This is for the smallest companies to some of the largest companies. And the application is finally going to open on December 30th, and the first round ends on January 8th. Let's get into that. Now, this is the California Small Business Relief Grant that has over $500 million in money, $500 million. This thing opens on December 30th. The application closes on January 8th. The first round of approvals start on January 13th. You can get money quickly with this thing. So, very simple application. You got to sign it. Got to give them a tax return or financial statements. Very, very simple application that they want. But this thing is set up so that if you've even done very little business in the state, if you've done $1,000 in business, you could get this grant. That's right, $1,000. If you've done between $1,000 and $100,000, you could get $5,000. If you've done up to $2.5 million, you can get $25,000. Here's the eligibility. You can be defined as a small business, which means you can be a sole proprietor. You can be an independent contractor, 1099 work, a gig worker. I mean, this is crazy. You can be a limited liability company. As long as you've done under $2.5 million in sales, you're eligible for this. So, have to be open prior to June 1st of 2019. And again, the application, give them your photo ID, where's the business located? You've got to be located, here in the state of California. How will the grant recipients be determined? And again, very simple stuff. You guys have seen all these grant programs in the past. This one is really, really simple. So, ineligible list of businesses, all the same things that you've seen in the past. If you do anything nefarious, if you guys have been sued recently, you're ineligible, things like that. But take a look at this. But they're giving this money out. The required documents, all your financials. Good luck. They're giving out this money to somebody. Now, up next is a rental grant from the one and only Beyoncé. Beyoncé is going to give $5,000 to 100 people to help them with rent. And again, these celebrities, Dave Portnoy's of the world, Beyoncé, these people are as frustrated as you and I are in not seeing the government do what they should be doing to help small business and people get through this difficult time. Let me show you the Beyoncé program. Next, Beyoncé is offering $5,000 grants to 100 families that are affected by the COVID pandemic. If you are facing eviction, you can get a $5,000 grant from the one and only Beyoncé. This is absolutely amazing that she's putting up her own money. She's already put up $2.5 million to support businesses earlier this year through her foundation. Now she's doing a grant to help people with their rent. Look at this. Absolutely amazing. January 7th, it opens, 100 people, $5,000. Apply. Someone's getting this money, guys. Good luck. I hope that you get this. Good luck to you. Now, I want to finish with this. Dave Portnoy of Barstool Sports, he put up $500,000 to start a grant fund to support small businesses because he's tired of seeing these local businesses that have been open 20 and 30 years go out of business by no fault of their own. He's raised now over $5.2 million for these small businesses. And you can apply for that fund, and you should do it. Write a letter, send a video, take your phone and tell your family's story and send it in because they're writing checks now. And this guy is amazing. Beyoncé is amazing. These people care about humanity. They care about how difficult a time that people are having, trying to stay in business, trying to keep their homes. And we all need to work together. Congress and Senate and Congress and idiots and politicians, I'm sick of all of them, okay? And I hope that these people come through. I hope every single one of you gets your EIDL grant, but it's got to be put together. Do not apply until it is signed by the President of the United States, okay? Once it's implemented, then you can go and apply, and you'll see guys like me and everybody else talk about, hey, the application portal is open, okay? You can apply for the EIDL loan now. You can ask for reconsideration. You can ask to get the amount of your loan raised. That's it right now, okay? The portal is not open for the grant. And again, for those of you that were denied the grant, for those of you that gave them information that was wrong, that was incorrect, you inverted a number, whatever, on your bank account, your bank statement, and you did not get a grant, you need to reach out to them right away and say that you want to be on the list, because you do have an application number and you need to provide them with that. So I will keep you posted. Other channels I'm sure will keep you posted as well. Good luck to you. Reach out anytime. Facebook, don't forget to like this video. Write me if you'd like to talk. Subscribe, hit the bell notification. I will see you all very soon, and thank you for being here.